Hello and welcome to another unboxing of a model kit by me, Kobey from Hearns Hobbies. Today we are looking at the, what are we looking at? The FA-18A Hornet. This one, the Academy kit, is in 1/72 scale and it comes with Australian RAAF decals and it looks to be a very nice kit. I've had a quick peek in here before. It's a fairly recently tooled kit by Academy, so it's one of their better ones. Yeah, let's crack the box open. As you can see here, there's a nice box art. It's not a painted photograph, or it's not a painted box art. It's rather a photograph of the American scheme that you get in the box, which is pretty cool. You don't really see that on many model kits these days. They're all artworks. So let's undo it. First thing you hit with is the Australian decal scheme, and the Australian decal sitting on top. So here they are here, all in this darker grey and a couple lighter grey. So I believe this is the 3rd Squadron decals. The 3rd Squadron operated F-18s until I believe 2018. Before they were replaced by F-35s. So 3rd Squadron operates out of Newcastle, Williamstown in Newcastle. And yeah, they use F-35s now, but before that, they were operating these F-18 Hornets. So we have the colourful diagram here. As you can see, it has the lighter shade of grey on the bottom and the darker shade on the top. What is it? Blue-grey and light ghost grey. So it'd be fairly simple. You're just going to have to mask off the paint as you do it. We have the decal array options here, highlighting the ones that you need to use from Academy and the ones from, what brand is this? The Australian decal manufacturer. So that's them. They look to be in a really nice register. I'll just get a nice little close-up shot for you here. Nice register. Well printed. Very, very, very nice. Okay, coming back out. We have the parts of the kit. Let's put these all upside down in this box. So you have 1, 2, 3 sprues. You have 1 decal sheet, 1 painting guide for the American markings in the box. Decals for that, just here, and you have all of your typical Academy warnings. Check your parts before unsealing it, warning about all the dangers of glues, and the tools necessary to complete this model if you're a beginner or just starting out. So I would say this model is for semi-beginner, maybe someone who's on their 4th to 5th kit, going up into intermediate, and then obviously if you're very talented and pro, you can probably scratch build or get upgrade sets for this kit as well. But let's start with the decals of this one, coming off the back of the Australian ones. So it's for the Red Devils, the VMFA-232. Admittedly, I do not know too much about this this fighter group, but we have nice register here. We have individual radar screens, which is really nice. It appears we have them turned on and turned off. We have a couple of the maintenance plaques and whatnot that will go on the aircraft, all looking to be in lovely register, as it is printed by our favourite Cartograph, printed in Italy by Cartograph. They have gone to the trouble of getting Cartograph on their side to print these decals, so they're going to go on very, very nicely, look very, very tight on the aircraft in all good register. So that's your decals. Let's move on to the parts quickly. So starting off with the clear parts, as pretty much every jet fighter that is manufactured these days has, the canopy has a seam line down the top, which would be very hard to see in this lighting, but you can kind of catch it in that light there. That would require some sanding and polishing, but not too hard for the intermediate modeler, and the beginner modeler, it's probably not something to be concerned about too much. It will still look the part, it will still look a very nice kit. That is something to be wary of. We have that. Onto the second bag, we have ordnance, ejection seats, the nozzles for the engines, sidewinders, you know, fuel drop tanks, wheels. Wheels look to be really nice actually. Oh, wrong one. Let's go in here. It's really nice. Individually molded, no halves that need to be put together. Drop tanks as well, have a nice detail on them. The nozzles, might I say, as well, very impressive for 1/72 scale. You've got like a little ringlet on the inside, and there's seems to be nice molding of those I don't know, extension areas that open and close the nozzle going into afterburner. Got some more little parts over here. Ejection seat would be made up of 3 to 5 parts, I'd say, which is nice. It's a nice little touch, easier to paint as you're building. And you got your vertical stabilizers, horizontal stabilizers, I believe, actually. Here we have the fuselage of the aircraft. In the third bag, we have, what else do we have? We have the underside with the landing gear compartment, the intake walls. We have the nose gear with the arrestor hook. No, not the arrestor hook, the catapult clamp. We have the stabilizers here. Lots of parts, more of the intakes, landing gear, cockpit parts. You got the cockpit tub in here, down over here. Very, very nice. It does come with the 2 buckets, as if it were the 2-seater version, but I think there's a part that just goes on here to stop it and make it a single-seated fighter. Right, moving on, we'll go over to the instructions. Starting with the decal sheet, it is printed in black and white, so it's relatively easy to tell with this colored model. You will have to paint the tail red. But yeah, this is it, you know, nice decal outlinings of where they are all to go, and you have the colors here that correspond on your decal sheet here. So as you see, 12, 11 and 3. So you got red, light ghost grey and dark ghost grey. That is if you choose to do the American markings in this kit with the Australian ones. Moving on, we have the instructions. As I said, 3 to 4 parts. I was right. The ejection seat has 4 parts. So there's that, make 2. Moving on, you're going to be putting the instrument panel into the tub, building the nose of the aircraft, dropping the tub in. Then we move straight on over to the top part of the fuselage, intake walls, and then we're dropping the wings in and the nose. Moving on to the tail, to the intakes, which are 2-part molded. And then we have the nose wheel section with the gear bay doors. Moving on to the aft section of the aircraft. What else we got? Gear bay doors again. Flare systems, I believe. This is the arrestor hook, which I messed up before, but that's the arrestor hook. It's got like a nice like detailed diagram of how to paint it, how many stripes you need, decal symbol, nose of the aircraft, putting that all together, the tail, and here's that blank plate where the second seat will go, and then you fill it over with this hump at the back of the aircraft. Air brake can be posed either extended or retracted, which is really, really cool, I find. Really nice choice they've given you there. The engine, you know, we've got the fan blades, the intake area, and the exhaust nozzle, which is really cool. They just slot back in there. Canopy time, you can pose it either open or closed, which is this whole section here. Has a painting diagram, things you do not need to remove. And then we're moving on to ordnance. So you can kind of decide what you want, whether you want it to be just a clean aircraft with no ordnance, or you can put the bomb racks on. And then you're choosing between the sidewinders, paveway GBU bombs, the external fuel tanks, ejector rack. These are the bombs being attached onto the model. They come in pairs of 2. What do we have here? Scan pod, or the fleur pod, and the AIM-7 Sparrow, which would be different to the AIM-9 Sidewinder. And these all go on the aircraft in coordination. And yeah, there we go. That would be pretty much your whole build done. These are all the parts that you get, which we've already been through. And yeah, I'll pack this up. All goes back in there like this. There we go. This is the 1/72nd scale FA-18A plus Hornet from the Red Devils. I hope you've enjoyed this little unboxing. This is a really very nice kit, something that I would personally get myself. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day and you've learned something. I am Kobey. Thank you for joining me on this video. Cheers.